Hello everyone, welcome to my music theory lesson. This is lesson 1.6, Accidentals. In this lesson, I am going to show you the most common accidentals and their meanings. Eventually, you should be able to identify them in under 2 seconds. As shown in the picture, an accidental sign is a sign that raises or lowers the immediately following note and any repetition of it in the same measure from its normal pitch. Before we learn accidentals, we first have to know what half steps and whole steps are. A half step, also called a semitone or halftone, is the smallest interval that is commonly used in Western music. It is the interval between two adjacent piano keys. The exact definition is each octave is divided logarithmically into 12 semitones, with the ratio of the frequencies of two notes a half step apart being the 12th root of 2, or about 1.05946. A whole step, also called a whole tone, is 2 half steps. Now, let's take a look at some of the accidentals we are going to learn today. A flat means to lower the pitch by 1 half step. A sharp means to raise the pitch by 1 half step. A natural, which is used to cancel previous accidentals, means to use the unaltered pitch. A double flat means to lower the pitch by 1 whole step, and a double sharp means to raise the pitch by 1 whole step. The natural flat has the same meaning as a flat, except that it is only used to cancel a previous double flat. The natural sharp also has the same meaning as a sharp, but it is used to cancel a previous double sharp. Accidentals affect other notes after it in the same measure, but they do not affect notes in other octaves. Accidentals are always placed left of the note and in the same vertical position as the note. This example explains the accidentals and their meanings. In the first measure, the first note is a C sharp. The second note is an E. The third note is a C natural because it is not the same octave as the earlier C sharp. The last note in the first measure is a C sharp because it is a C in the same octave and after the C sharp earlier in the bar. The sharp in the beginning affects all of the notes after it in the same measure and in the same octave. In the second measure, the first note is a C natural because everything resets when you go into the next measure. The next note is a B double flat. The third note is also a B double flat because of the previous B double flat. The last note is a B flat because of the natural flat used. Now, let's talk about the history of accidentals. Because B flat was the first accidental to exist, all accidentals are versions of the letter B. The flat was called the soft V and the natural was called the hard V. Eventually, flats and naturals and their appearance were used for the rest of the notes. The convention that accidentals carry throughout an entire measure was developed in the 18th century. Accidentals are symbols placed before a note that raise or lower pitch of the following notes and other notes in the same measure. It is necessary to be able to memorize all of the accidentals mentioned in this lesson and their meanings, and practice is the best way to do so. Name the accidental. Flat. Lower the note by 1 half step. Name the accidental. Double sharp. Raise the note by 1 whole step. Conclusion. All of the accidentals mentioned in this lesson, which are the flat, sharp, natural, double flat, double sharp, natural flat, and natural sharp, and their meanings need to be memorized. You should also know that accidentals affect notes after them throughout the measure and that they are written in the same vertical position left of the note that they affect. For more practice, please download my Music Theory app. In the next lesson, I am going to talk about inharmonic equivalence. See you next time!